Hi everybody, Pete Sartes for The Lawyer You Know. We are talking about the Sunny Balwani federal criminal trial. For those of you that are joining us from the Elizabeth Holmes trial, welcome back. For those of you that are new, just so you know, we did an entire series on Elizabeth Holmes. I'll make sure to tag that in the description below so you can take a look at some of those videos. But regardless, what we're going to do is we're going to follow that trial like we did in Elizabeth Holmes from start to finish. We're going to tell you what we think is going to happen. We're going to tell you what things mean inside of the courtroom themselves, and we're going to talk about strategy both from the prosecution's perspective and from the defense, so you have an idea about what people are thinking inside the courtroom. As always, please, if you like this video, click like. If you like this series, please subscribe to our channel because we have a lot more trials that we follow on a regular basis. And as always, please leave me questions and comments below because that's how I know what topics you're interested in, and that way I can tailor our presentation to the things that you want to hear about most. That being said, let's talk Sunny Balwani. For those of you that don't know, Sunny Balwani has been charged in a federal criminal indictment. He, along with his former love interest / business partner, Elizabeth Holmes, have been charged with 9 counts of fraud and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit fraud. The counts are identical, so Elizabeth Holmes' counts were identical to those of Sunny Balwani. So now, what's going on? This trial in federal court in California before the Honorable Judge Davila was scheduled for trial for February, but because California is having a COVID spike, the court has indicated recently that they're going to continue that trial from the February docket to sometime in mid-March. So we can expect to see things start to happen right around that March deadline. One more thing we should talk about. Because this is in federal court, there will be no cameras. There will be no video footage of this trial because in federal court, there are no cameras allowed inside of the courtroom. So the only information you're going to get is either courtroom sketches by a sketch artist, and we'll show you what those look like. And I believe we did a video about that in Elizabeth Holmes and talked about what sketch artists do, but we'll make sure we tag that in for you. And also you're going to have some seating for the media, and these people are going to be taking notes and basically passing that information on to their individual media outlets, whether they're television or newspapers, and that's the only way information is going to be coming out of this courtroom other than the actual docket for the case. Before we get too far into this, let me just say one thing. For those of you that don't know, Elizabeth Holmes' trial just ended last week and there was a verdict. Her case ended in 3 counts being hung, meaning the jury could not come to a conclusion on those counts. 4 counts were not guilty, and the other 4 counts she was found guilty on. Some of the jurors in that case went on national television on ABC and talked about how their deliberations came to the conclusion they came in. So now, what does that mean for the Sunny Balwani case? Let's talk about that for a second. The government has the right to change or modify the charges that were in the original indictment. It's called a superseding indictment. And what the government can do is, now that the Elizabeth Holmes trial is done and they realize they lost on 4 counts and there were 3 counts that the jury could not come to a conclusion on, so for all intents and purposes, a loss for the prosecution, there is a good chance that the prosecutors are going to supersede the indictment and make adjustments to what has been charged. In other words, they might change the actual counts themselves. They might change specific details in how they charge the counts. They may add additional facts. They may make adjustments to the way they're going to prosecute Sunny Balwani because of the Elizabeth Holmes verdict. Now, they could also decide they want to dismiss certain counts to not have to go forward on them. I doubt the government will do that because normally the government directive from the Department of Justice is that prosecutors should charge every criminal count that they have evidence has been violated. Therefore, I don't think they're going to dismiss any counts, but I'll bet that they're going to make adjustments and supersede the indictment to tweak it a little bit. That way it gives the government a better chance at a better conviction rate against Sunny Balwani. So what do you think is going to happen? The Elizabeth Holmes trial was over 13 weeks long. Do you think it's going to take that long to prosecute Sunny Balwani? Elizabeth Holmes had some very specific defenses. One of them was that Sunny Balwani was actually the person in charge of the decision making that caused the fraud. The second one that she brought up was that Sunny Balwani was either affecting her or controlling her because she was, in all intents and purposes, a battered spouse. Do you think Sunny Balwani is going to be making any specific special defenses like that? Do you think he'll have a defense? Do you think he'll even call witnesses to say that he was not guilty for the conduct or to say that someone else was responsible? Let me know what you think. I think this trial is going to be a lot shorter than Elizabeth Holmes' trial. I personally think that we're going to see a superseding indictment, so the chances that this trial goes in March are not 100%. I can see the government making some modifications and which will buy Sunny Balwani some additional time so that he and his lawyers can prepare. So with that, let's see what happens. For those of you that don't know, I'm Pete Sartes and I am a personal injury and criminal defense lawyer. I've been doing this for about 20-something years. I have tried cases in federal courts. I have done fraud cases. We handle personal injury matters here in Florida. So if you have a case that we can help you with, feel free to give me a call. If you need a referral to an attorney for some specific matter, feel free to reach out to us. We know people all over the country that we can refer you to, and we can help you out in that respect. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to receive notifications about this series, subscribe to our channel. And as always, please, questions, comments, leave them below so I know what you're interested in and I can tailor these to you. With that, we'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you like this content, please share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to our page and like our videos. If you want some interaction, get in the comments and we'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to know any more information about our firm or this page, you can find out in the description or visit tragoslaw.com. We post multiple times throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notification and not miss out on the next episode.